Hello, this is Austin from the Austin Yoga channel. And after a month being gone in Colorado, I'm finally back here in the OC. But enough about me. What I learned on the news, well, in entertainment news, is that Brie Larson, Marvel Studios announced that Brie Larson is gonna be be Carol Danvers in the 2019 Captain Marvel movie. And it overall has got positive feedback, the news, and everyone bursted in applause down at Comic-Con in San Diego this past weekend. But of course, I mean, I like Brie Larson. Okay, about Brie Larson, my first introduction to her is 21 Jump Street, which, I mean, yes, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill were good in their roles, but she was the scene stealer very much, as the potential love interest for Jonah Hill. And then I saw little I've seen of her, the little I've seen of her, she's never really put a bad taste in my mouth, even if it's something lousy like The Gambler. I mean, with Mark Wahlberg. I mean, The Gambler has become one of my least favorite movies, even though the star is one of my most favorite actors, Mark Wahlberg. But even that, she was good in her role that they gave her as Mark Wahlberg's love interest. And then Room, I've heard, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard things about it, and that's where she won her Oscar for. And as for, I mean, little I've seen of her has been those movies and Don John, which now I guess we can crack the joke. She doesn't have much lines in Don John. As Joseph Gordon-Levitt's sister, all she does is mopes, and 90% of her role in Don John is where she mopes, leans her head sideways with a very bored expression on her face, and stares at her iPhone. And only one scene she talks, and it's where, well, she pretty much tells her family the ugly truth about Scarlett Johansson's character. So I guess with that, we can now crack the joke, like, being that she's now Captain Marvel, we can now crack the joke like, hey, Captain Marvel just talked shit on Black Widow. I'd even cracked it with my sister, and she laughed, like, oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson, who's Black Widow, and Brie Larson, who's now Captain Marvel, they were both in Don John. And yeah, and speaking of Brie Larson, is that, yeah, she also did that Jenny Lewis, appeared in that music video with Jerry Lewis, where she's alongside of Anne Hathaway and Kristen Stewart. I mean, they're three very good actresses. It's just if their time and their talents was used more constructively than being in the music video of some washed up child star. And but Brie Larson has got generally positive feedback, but of course haters will hate. The common complaints is that, oh well, first common complaint about Brie Larson is that they're saying as she's not tall, she's too young. That's number one. She's too young. She's 26, and Carol Danvers is supposed to be no older than 30. Well, Brie Larson is born 1989. She's 4 years younger than me. The movie's due in 2019, which will do the math. She'll be 30 years old. She'll be of the exact age by then. And another thing, they say she's too short. Well, Brie Larson is 5'7", but they say in the comics, actually, yeah, Carol Danvers is like 5'11". Well, newsflash, people, you have Black Widow, who's supposed to be 5'10", but she's right now being portrayed by Scarlett Johansson, who's 5'3". So boo hoo. I think they made a good choice. I think they made a good choice, and I look forward to the movie. And I look forward to the movie, and it's Marvel. It's Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's definitely going to be a big money maker. And share your thoughts in the comment section. Have a great day.